of the UK. It's a lovely beachy area along the coast. We stayed in a place called Loo, but visited different areas surrounding it, and yeah, it was just a really nice, relaxing, outdoorsy holiday with our dog, really. But as I like to do, I visited some bookshops, so I bought 4 books. I didn't intend on buying any books, but when I come across these beautiful little independent bookshops, I can't help but A, support them, and B, just be drawn in by how lovely they're set out, and I just want a piece of it, and I'll enjoy the books, so it's good. I also visited a place called Polperro, and there is one of my favourite artists ever. She's called Jasmine Rebecca, so I bought some of her artwork. I've already got some around my house, but I bought some more, which I wanted to share with you. And we also visited on a rainy day this gorgeous little garden centre, and I bought a couple of fall-ish items, so I wanted to share them as well because they're nice and seasonal. But without further ado, let's get started on showing you what I got. But first, I have a new D, and it is lovely. So it's chamomile, which is one of my favourites, but it's mixed in with passion flower and apple, and the apple really comes through in this, and I got it from Aldi. We did a big old shop, and I got this and was just so surprised at how actually delicious it is. I think this was like less than £1. The apple really comes through and just really heightens the chamomile. So if you are ever in Aldi and you see this Diplomat tea brand, I'd really recommend giving it a go, especially this flavour anyway. Right, let's start with the books. So this one I got from a beautiful bookshop in a place called Padstow. It's a little harbour town. I'll pop a little picture in. And the woman is absolutely lovely. I've been to this bookshop before and bought a few things, but they just always seem to have loads of really special edition signed books. There was one that I loved that my fiance got me for Christmas, so you'll see that in a Christmas haul. But I got this one for myself. It's God Killer by Hannah Kaner. Kaner. I think the front cover is absolutely beautiful. The colourway and the stag, it just all creates such a vibe somehow. And I must be honest, I got this book because I'd heard Sincerely ASMR talking about it quite a lot. I know she read it fairly recently and has read the second one in the series as well and enjoyed that, so I really wanted to give it a go. It's very fantasy. It says, "You are not welcome here, God Killer. As a child, Kissin saw her family murdered by a god. Now gods are forbidden, but they still wander the kingdom demanding worship and sacrifice. Kissin makes a living killing them, citizen reluctantly agrees to travel to the ruined city of Blenreiden to demand aid from the last wild gods, but the city of the gods is no place for a god killer. Love the idea of a female kick-ass god killer, and it sounds really interesting as well, like the god of white lies. That's intriguing. I think it's going to be really interesting world building, interesting realms. And I love a strong female protagonist as well. This is the Fallen Gods series. I think so far there's 3 of them. So, next place we went to is called St. Ives. Another beachy little town. And I didn't actually know that they had a bookshop. So when I came across it, I had to go. And they gave me my book in this crinkly paper bag. This book is in my hands, all thanks to a subscriber. When I'd read Project Hail Mary, which is a sci-fi book of like cozy elements, and I loved it so much. It's by Andy Weir. I had said in a video recently if anyone has any suggestions for my next sci-fi book, because it's an area I've really not explored much, to please let me know, but I need it to be a little bit cozy and a little bit, good character development and, all the stuff that I like in books. But I'd love to try another sci-fi, and a lovely subscriber commented and recommended this author, and this was the first book. I think that is part of a series maybe, but this was the book I fancied reading by her, and it was sat there on the bookshelf. This is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. And apparently Becky Chambers writes lovely cozy sci-fi books. That, I must say, when I read the back, it sounded right up my alley, and I thought, I'm gonna give it a go. It says, when Rosemary Harper joins the crew of the Wayfarer, she isn't expecting much. The Wayfarer, a patched-up ship that's seen better days, sounds cute, offers her everything she could possibly want. A quiet spot to call home for a while, adventure in far-off corners of the galaxy, and distance from her past. Bit of character development in there. But Rosemary gets more than she bargained for with the Wayfarer. The crew is a mismatch of species and personalities. I'm gonna love this. From Sissix, the friendly reptilian pilot, to Kizzy and Jenks, the constantly sparring engineers who keep the ship running. Life on board is chaotic, but more or less peaceful. Exactly what Rosemary to sound like they're going to be really, really fun and imaginative. So thank you so much to the kind subscriber who recommended this to me. I'm so excited to try it. I really am. So thank you. And then I also went to the bookshop where we stayed in Loo. It's like a sort of working harbour town. It's got a lot of charm. It feels a little less busy than some of the other touristy places. Maybe a little more undiscovered. So, but it's still like there's a lot to do there. And it's just got a lovely vibe to it. Really relaxed. But they have a sort of old bookshop that sells a lot of secondhand books, and I just had to buy some stuff. So I picked up this book here, The Furthest Station by Ben Aronovich. The lady put it in this bow tie. Very sweet. I'm hoping I can just slip it out. Ah, there we go. I've never had a ribbon tied around my book before. So this author I've seen around quite a lot because he wrote the Rivers of London series, and I like the idea of the series. Some people have said that it's kind of like almost a bit Harry Potter-ish vibes. So there's always been a part of me that wants to read it, but I know someone who tried to read it and they didn't really get on with it, and it sort of put me off. But I found this book, and it is a novella, and apparently you can read it out of sequence of the rest of the series. So I think it will be really good to just get a bit of a taste of this Ben Aronovich, his writing style. It's very cute on the cover. You've got this dog and little ghosts, but it's set in London, much like his other series. The series. It's set on the underground, and it's all like ghosty and ghouly. So it says, it's PC Peter Grant's speciality. Only things are more than just going bump. Traumatised travellers have been reporting strange encounters on their morning commute with strangely dressed people trying to deliver an urgent message. Stranger still, despite calling the police themselves, within a few minutes the commuters have already forgotten the encounter, making the follow-up interviews rather difficult. It sounds really intriguing. So with a little help from Abigail and Toby, the ghost hunting dog, Peter and Jagged, Jaget, Jagged, are heading out on a ghost hunting expedition because finding the ghost and deciphering their urgent message might be a matter of life and death. So, yeah, I think the fact it's set on London Underground draws me in, and the fact it's ghosts. And yeah, I want to try this author's writing. I want to try his stories without too much of an investment on like a whole series, so this felt perfect. seen mystery box in shops look this pretty. Like the fact that she's wrapped it in this starry paper and also put like double coloured ribbons on, it looks really like witchy. So this was actually £8.50, which is expensive for a mystery book, but it does say on it that it's signed. So it says children or young adult. I'm fine with that. It says something like a country of contradiction, conflict, and I don't know what that says. It looks like chicanery. Riddled with magic, both light and dark, rats, dukes, dwarves. So let's have a look. How do I do it? Oh my goodness. Okay, that was a struggle. Okay, I don't know what this is. This is called Ilmore. The Ilmore Chronicles. If you've heard of this, please let me know. It's in this really nice, like, plastic casing. It says The Catastrophe by David Lee Stone. I'm not seeing this signature on the sticker on the front, but oh yeah. Okay, yeah, it's signed by David Lee Stone. The artwork's kind of cool. It reminds me of a series of unfortunate events, if you know what I mean. I wonder if this is like an animated series because there's a guy on the back as well, or is that a woman? I don't know. This character on the back. Okay. It says, oh, this will be what the word on the label was. A country of contradictions, conflict, and chicanery. A country riddled with magic, both light and dark, and a capital city overrun with rats. The nice young man, Duke Modesette, hired to rid the city of his plague, has run off with its children, and unless the Duke can track him down and bring the children back, he's dead. Righto. Okay, this sounds kind of fun. It says, all that stands between the Duke's gravestone and the mason's chisel is a gaggle of useless mercenaries. Groan, teeth grit, a man mountain with morphing cells, Gordo Goldax, a dwarf who hates people looking down on him, Jimmy Quickstint, the most useless thief in history, and there's Tambor, Jimmy's godfather, and an ex-sorcerer. But what's he doing dressed up as a mercenary? He's supposed to be a civil chairman. It's not looking good for the Duke. It does sound kind of funny. Would I have spent £8.50 on this book? No. But it's nice to support the bookshop, and I don't know, maybe it'll be fun. I do actually really enjoy throwing like young adult and kids books into TBRs sometimes. It just adds like an easiness in between more difficult books. You just need like a little palette cleanser. So maybe this will be good for that. Oh, there's some illustrations in it. It's quite cute actually. So that is all of the books that I got. Let's move on to this beautiful artwork that I've purchased. The artist is Jasmine Rebecca, and she has the cutest little stall in Polperro. I'll pop a picture in. And like I say, I do have some of her pieces already, but I wanted some more for the hallway and kitchen because I only have some in my study at the moment. So I just got prints basically of her art. And they kind of form a trio. And this is the first one. Do you remember, if you're from the UK, when the Northern Lights came over the UK a few months ago, and lots of people saw them? This is the Aurora over Polperro. It smells like incense, because her shop smells like incense. But here is little stars over Polperro and the beach. This lovely little house. I love how ethereal her artwork feels. It just it transports me to a calm place somehow. And I think because I've been to the shop and because I love Polperro so much, when I look at this, it just takes me back to like a nice headspace. It reminds me of like her and her little stall and the beautiful places in Cornwall. And all of her pieces have these little stands, so it's really great because I can pop it on my mantelpiece, or I can stick it to the wall, or whatever I want to do really. I think this is going to go in the kitchen, this room, which is there, where I'm looking at. So the other two pieces, like little miniature ones, So this will just remind me of that. And then this one is Palpero again. The Aurora Borealis. Over some little houses in the sea. So I think I will be putting these two together like this. Upstairs in my hallway, or maybe like going up the stairs, I'm not really too sure yet, but I absolutely love them. They just make me feel so happy. And then finally, just quickly, as I said, we went to this beautiful garden centre, and we only really went because it was a rainy day, but actually it's such a hidden gem, and I'd recommend anyone to go if they're down that way. It's called the Duchy of Cornwall, Duchy of Cornwall, and it was just stunning. Honestly, it's the most beautiful garden centre I've ever been to. The aesthetics were just top notch, so I've popped a few pictures in, but I just got a couple of small little fallish treats. What's that? Well, I say actually my fiance bought me this because I really liked it. Look at it. Look at it. It's a little coaster with a big pumpkin on it. A big pumpkin. It's kind of like a stone coaster. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, I really, really like that. So I want to find somewhere really nice for it to go. It's by Keysler Graham, London. And then I also just couldn't resist getting one of these cards. I got one for myself and one for my friend. But I don't think I've ever seen a Happy Halloween card before, and certainly not one this gorgeous. But I just thought the vibes were like exquisite on this card, so I'm gonna send it to myself and put it on my mantelpiece and just enjoy it each fall. I'm not really gonna send it to myself, I'm just gonna put it out, but you know what I mean. You've got these really cool favourite stuff, mushrooms, books, all my favourite fallish things, all on this black background, and I just think it's pretty stunning. So yeah. I really did have to get it. It's kind of embossed as well, with these gold detailings, like a rose gold. I really love it. So, and that is my little holiday haul. It's probably not quite so little, really, is it? But all of this stuff brings me so much joy, and I really hope that it made a nice video as well. I hope that you enjoyed watching, and that it brought you some relaxation. And I will see you again in the next one.